He likes that rapist, you know?
Innocent.
It's perhaps understandable that some undergrad students, and that's basically where I would fall. So it's understandable that some of us may not understand the professional compartmentalization that is central to a lawyer's role in society, but Harvard itself has no excuse for encouraging a misconception that, if given wide currency in this age of social justice, threatens to put a lawyer's professional and reputational risk if they serve, put it at risk if they serve controversial clients. So I totally agree with. Who's going to fucking take the controversial case if you got to worry that some asshole with a picket sign can have you lose your job?
Yeah.
Especially vulnerable are the defendants who are not as wealthy as Harvey Weinstein when you think about marginalized communities. Moreover, the trials of some of the world's greatest criminals would simply never take place if there were not a core of skilled lawyers willing to give the devil his legal due. And then lastly, he says, in my first year of Harvard Law, I was told that all accused persons deserve a strong legal defense, and we were all taught to celebrate lawyers who had the courage to take on unpopular cases. I internalized those lofty exhortations and have tried to conduct my own career accordingly. Harvard's decision sends the message that these are all just obsolete slogans from another era, the kind you hear on walking tours of old Boston historical sites. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Do you remember being taught stuff like that?
I mean, I don't even remember having to be taught something like that.
Right. Well,
I honestly
like
don't.
celebrating,
I honestly don't remember a moment where I was taught that.
to celebrate the courage of lawyers that are willing to take on the really hard cases. Like, dude, I've never heard that.
People deserve a defense, and
Sure.
and that, you know, it's not like a personal judgment that that lawyer's making. You're defending the person because it's their constitutional right of due process to have the case proven, and you're afforded defense.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean,
I thought that was like honestly, I don't know what grade I would say, but very low level grade
that's like
civics, dude.
civics.
Like,
Oh,
this
it's
is
Civics
what
101. I know, but you can, all of you can understand that moment. And this is what I'm trying to get to as lawyers being taught. And you guys go through tremendous training to get where you are.
Oh no,
I'm not going to blow up
Yeah.
lawyers. I'm just saying, for the lay, you look at someone like Osama bin Laden. It's like, fucking shoot his face off. And that's a hard one because it's obviously it's international, blah, blah, blah. The rules are different. But if you're talking about people that,
That's why they wanted it to be an act of war, and they didn't want fucking lawyers
to drag
jamming
it
up the system.
And you go, yeah, fuck
they didn't
that.
want
It's
to
gonna
afford
cost
the
us
guy
money.
the constitutional protection that would allow him to have a lawyer.
And he didn't deserve
it's like,
it
no,
'cause-
it's war, shoot his face off.
Exactly. But you think of who are some of the most heinous criminals in the history of the
O.J.
country.
Simpson.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people. Well, I'm trying to think of
Dershowitz
more
represented O.J. Simpson, another Harvard guy.
Garagos.
Garagos and Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I mean, these people. I'm thinking of like murderers, mass murderers. Someone who's one of the ones that blew up the Boston Marathon. It's like, no, just fucking burn them alive. Fuck those terrorist cocksuckers. And lawyers are trained to know, you know what, man? It sucks. I understand your feelings and your emotion right now, but we need to be able to compartmentalize, and the core of our legal system hangs on this. See, it's obvious to you. You're not even giving me that. It's not obvious to me. I want the guy shot in the fucking street. Thank God there's skilled lawyers who understand that and take those.
How can
those
anyone
gigs.
not understand that you want the government to have to prove it? Okay, we think it was those Sarnoff brothers or whatever in Boston. We think it was. We see them on tape. We see the receipts, and they're caught having a gunfight. But you got to put them through because that's what anybody would want, to be put through the process and have the government prove their case.
Well, as stupid as it sounds, reading some of the quotes about the Harvard story and reading this account by this guy that graduated there talking about the fundamentals and what you're taught early on taught me a little civics lesson. I understand that, but I didn't really understand like why that was so important, why this is, because I look at some lawyers and I'm like, you fucking piece of shit, how dare you say that about that slime, blah, blah. And it's like, no lawyer is saying they believe this, but this is fundamental to blah, blah, blah. And I know you're looking at me like, what are you, a retard?
I'm not.
Dude, I'm just telling you honestly, like I thought in part like, they must on some level believe that guy's fucking story.
Never, ever put your lying, guilty defendant on the stand. Everybody knows.
So you think all those times, like Sarnoff's lawyers, are like, yeah, of course he fucking.
Yes,
did.
a lot of the
Know
dude, a
that.
lot of the heinous ones, and not to just focus on the heinous ones, but they're just trying to keep him off death row.
Yeah.
They're almost admitting the liability of the thing, and they're just arguing for their lives.
Yeah.
You know, and
so
Sarnoff probably isn't the best example to talk about, but an OJ though, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence. You see what happens when you put the government to.
Yeah. Jussie Smollett.
Well, he never got put through
I
the
know,
ringer.
that's true. No, OJ. So OJ seemed like a cheating though. Like
Well,
get this
OJ was just-
fucking. He didn't just get a great. He just didn't get good representation. He got representation that was borderline over the line.
Yeah, that shined the light on the fact that money sure can get you different representation than when you
Yeah.
don't have money. And if
knew?
that were these people's objections, like, look, why do you, as this great Harvard lawyer, have to go and represent Harvey Weinstein? Leave him to the court-appointed defense lawyer. If that was their argument, that's maybe a little, you know, at least that has some bearing. Like, dude, you know, he's getting his representation. We understand that that's necessary, that that's a constitutional right. But they're just shirking all of that. They're just looking past all of that. I can't believe it's triggering. It's
Yeah.
unsafe.
The crimes he committed. How is someone who's actually been assaulted or raped going to walk through this campus and know that you sided with him? And it's like, no, man, you're missing the whole point. I just
Also dumb.
it is
Such dumbness.
dumbness. It's you mean dumbness on the part of the students or the
Yes.
faculty that signed
Oh,
off on
both
it?
of them.
Because I think you say it's dumbness and it'll fix itself. Me, I'm like, no. We can't have decisions
No,
like this going
here's
forward.
the thing. It's so dumb that it comes around on itself.
You think so?
It's swallowing itself. He always said that for years. He's like, I can't wait till this starts swallowing itself. It is swallowing itself.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful to see.
And yeah, and more thinking people who aren't just Twitter trolls will step back and go, you know, this is fucking, this wokeness, this ultra woke, gotta always be woke, is really fucking dumb. Let's be reasonable here.
Well, okay, so you understand laws on work, you know, employment law. I would think, why wouldn't these Harvard fucking dean of faculty, whatever, go, we were relieved of whatever.
Yeah, they have contracts, so there's something going on. You
So
know,
it's not going to be renewed as of June 30th, but this is the reason why. Isn't that enough to go, wait a minute, these fucking
depends on what the
toddlers?
contract says.
I don't know
You
what
can
it
have a
says.
lot
I
of
didn't read
discretion.
it.
The school could have a lot of discretion in their
For no
decision
reason,
making.
just blow people out because
Could. I don't know what their contract
if
says.
students don't like you for some reason, because whatever, we
yeah,
can blow you out.
I don't know what their contract says.
You know, this is not an example. What I'm about to say is not at all to do with this, but it does have to do with this idea of like social media. Like I saw this thing the other day. This mom said she was at an airport. She's at an airport. She's at the McDonald's. Her kid wants some water. She goes up, hey, can I get some water in this thing? They're like, yeah, sure. Do you want some ice in it? Yes, that'd be great. She wants cold water. Turns out they put fucking probably the tea water in reality or the coffee water boiling hot. Not good. I'm not saying it's a good fucking thing.
That's pretty bad.
No, but here's the thing, though. Here's my thing, though. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but she goes on Facebook and, of course, posts this rant about blah. And my thing is, dude, I know it sucks. I'm not saying that the guy shouldn't, if you find out that this guy did something, he shouldn't be, you know, taken.
She asked for ice water and they gave her boiling hot tea
But
water.
here's my point, though, dude. I don't think that people can make a fucking
diabolical.
mistake in this life anymore.
Well,
Like,
that's a
that's
pretty-
my biggest thing. Like, she goes on a Facebook and it's like, dude, it's like he's a monster. And I'm not saying that it's okay, and I'm not saying that maybe maybe he should be fired. I don't know if you find out that this guy did something. But it's like, dude, you're attacking a person. It's like no one can make a fucking mistake ever anymore. I mean, I am sure that probably 90% of the chance the dude went for water and for maybe stupidly went for the tea water and not the
Yeah,
cold
that'd be
water.
really stupid though. Yeah, that's a tough example. If you said
to me.
they ordered Coke and they gave him Fanta,
Not
and
to-
you know,
no, it's not a tough
fine.
example to
Mr.
me.
Pibb, Dr. Pepper.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, there you go.
That's ridiculous,
Would Mr.
man.
Pibb be the Dr. Pepper
Yes,
equivalent? Not
absolutely.
the Okay, yeah.
Mr.
yeah.
Pibb is Dr. Pepper.
And
It's-
Pibb is sufficient, I think.
Now, Pibb is Pepsi, right? And Dr. Pepper
yes,
is Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Now, if you try to give me that mellow yellow
Mellow
shit,
yellow versus
from Mountain
Mountain Dew,
suck it.
It's
dick.
not a bad
No.
example, Mike. And you
It
would-
is a bad
no,
example.
it's not.
Here's
Here's
why.
why. You would sit here. No, you would sit here and say.
I
wait,
heard what it was.
She
Can you
finds
tell
us.
me?
Okay, so she finds.
Allow
this
me
guy-
to retort.
She finds who this guy is, and he gets what he doesn't have to. He can't ever work again because he injured a child on an act. No, I don't.
Burn the shit out of that kid on
Here,
purpose. Maybe.
I understand what you're saying, and I feel as passionate as you do right now that every time you're wrong doesn't mean someone tried to do it and they should never work again, and it was a vicious attack on you.
Lots of frivolous lawsuits.
However-
and there's a lot of times when shit just happens, right? And it's
Yeah.
nobody's fault. And that's a really bad example you bring up. But there are times, right, where just shit happens and people
Yes.
are looking to sue all the time. It's like, just stop,
Just
man.
stop. Someone had a crack in their sidewalk
It's
and you
not
tripped.
as-
You just fucking tripped. You don't need to sue them out of a home. Hold on. We all know in those machines you got Mr. Pibb. Well, let's get this right. You'd have Coke, Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper.
Mountain Dew.
No, that's Pepsi. It's a Pepsi
I
product.
thought Mountain Dew is Coke.
No, absolutely. No, I don't think so. Is it Gatorade?
Mountain Dew is Pepsi.
Mountain Dew's Pepsi. Okay, it's the only Pepsi product I'm really fond of personally. But then there's the water one, and they all have the same thing. You push it in, and it comes down. Now, when you start talking about tea and coffee, they've got those triangle fucking thick handles. And you have to pull them down.
Okay.
They're a separate machine.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's a bun machine, and you have to pull it. That's like
Hamilton
I've worked
Beach.
at all
Hamilton
these
Beach.
I've worked at several
Hamilton Beach
It
coffee,
doesn't
everybody.
matter. So have I. You think I've never been in a fucking restaurant? I've worked in a ton of them. You've got the coffee, and then you got that weird handle you have to pull down, and it comes boiling hot water.
I fear we're going down a rabbit hole.
We are. Boiling it. We already did with Mellow Yellow and Pib. Boiling hot water. It's obvious. It hurts unless you have a fucking handle on the thing. How you mix that up with ice water?
Well, they had their own.
And you could really fuck up a kid. If a kid grabbed it and thought it was actually water
She
and
had
just
her-
slammed it in her face, that would be a real problem.
She gave her own container, and in my opinion, you're at a McDonald's in an airport. What I bet happened in reality is someone said, okay, yeah, this person needs water. Who knows? Someone in the back was doing two different things. They threw it out there, and then someone just goes, okay, these are for these people, hands it to them. I'm
Yeah.
not saying the guy shouldn't even be fired, but for me, the notion that she goes on a paragraph rant and it's like people can make a mistake, and it's not the death sentence. And
Yeah.
that's what she wanted, though.
No, I got you. I got you. You know, it's frustrating when I get Diet Coke instead of Coke when I ordered. That to me is a mistake. But
Maybe the
boiling
guy
hot
should
water,
be
I don't
fired,
know.
but maybe she should be fired. But her thing, my thing is, I think, okay, maybe this is a bad example, but it's an example of people. Like, I don't think people can even make a mistake
dude,
anymore.
It's my whole thing about offering someone the benefit of the doubt. We have a lot of benefit of doubt. It's an unlimited amount we can offer people, and we don't extend that to people. Where you go, no, it's got to be because I'm fat, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm a white male, I'm whatever. That's why I was handed this boiling hot water. You just
Right, and
don't give that guy any benefit of the doubt. He's the piece of shit, and we all need to shame him and fire him for it. That attitude blows.
Okay, so maybe I was, and you're right. Maybe I was. I'll concede that maybe this example wasn't the best example. But when I read it, all I thought was like, God, this is like we're in a place when nobody can make a
Yeah.
fucking mistake ever.
You guys remember Tab?
Yeah,
Tab was the worst, man.
Was it as bad as Town and Country to you?
Dude, Town and Country. Town Club, man.
Town Club, sorry.
Listen to me. This is what would happen, right? My
minivan?
dad would go to Town Club and he'd get the cases of grapefruit soda, etc.
Which is just-
sarsaparilla. It was awesome, right? You get to pick out your own. And then my mom had her Tab. Tab
Your
is,
mom like Tab?
dude, it's so fucking gross. Do you guys remember? Have you ever tasted it?
No one ever
never
made
had it,
me
but I
drink
remember it.
Tab.
And I remember like running out of Town Club and going, boy, I could use a pop.
Yeah.
And there's Tab sitting there, and
go
you'd
over
get,
to
you'd get
Deuce, man.
desperate, and you'd open it up, and you'd put it in the glass. Oh my God, it tastes like dirt.
What is it? Yeah, it had a weird taste.
It was
wasn't
like a
col-
dry cola,
like a
if
cola-
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was one of the first diet colas, I want to say.
Oh, was
And-
Tab Diet?
oh yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Oh,
thought
Tab was like the.
so there's no
friggin-
Diet Tab.
Tab was like the Special K of pops.
yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I just remembered it, so that's what it was.
It is so bad, man, and it looks like they still make it, man.
Let me see
I
it.
think I've still seen it. Yeah.
I see an updated
Oh
can
yeah, I've seen
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
made by the
See,
Coca-Cola people.
It is.
It has a very distinctive pink
Can?
hue. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
Was that meant to, well, no, Dr. Pepper's not that color. Never mind. But Tab,
Introduced in '63, man, the first diet drink.
but Tab is so disrespected. They won't even put it on the lineup at the
Oh,
at
it's
the fast food
embarrassing.
joint.
They're
yeah,
embarrassed
it's
by it.
like they probably give them Tab and they just throw it out with the day's garbage. They don't even put it in there. Like, yeah, we offer it. It probably doesn't even get hooked up to the
So
machine.
bad.
Wow,
thought it was
your
gar-
family is so weird. No wonder you're such a weirdo,
Yeah, I
Jay.
know.
Your family
Look at what I
is fucking
was fed,
weird.
man.
Yeah. God, it's just weird. On every,
Caffeine-free Tab. Jeez.
did,
Tab Clear, sugar-free Tab Clear.
look, I'd consider
What
this
is sugar-free
I'd-
Tab Clear? What is that? Then no sugar. It's
Dude,
clear. No.
How many chemicals are in that?
I think we should move on past this conversation. But before long, we're going to be on Jolt, and I don't want to fucking get there. Okay, I don't want to end up on Jolt. Was that the first like Red Bull?
Yeah, I think it was, and I think there was a
Do you
lot
even
of.
remember it?
Yeah, I remember.
It was a mountain out of a molehill. I think it was, we were at that age where we were having sleepovers, 11, 12 years old.
Hell yeah.
And it was like, yeah, we could stay all night if we drank Jolt.
Yeah.
And it became kind of this urban legend thing. Like, so-and-so drank a whole 2 liter of Jolt.
I'll show you mine. You show me yours. Let's get some Jolt first. You know, like that kind of thing.
No.
Yeah.
Show me mine. You show you
What?
yours.
That went
never
hard.
mind, yeah.
Boy.
That was
Well, it was sleepovers.
did
We having
just-
sleepovers with the boys,
Did we
man.
just have an onion peeling situation?
Say
there?
that again.
did.
We got
Onion
this.
peeling.
think
You
we
don't
might
do it?
have.
I mean, out of
It's
nowhere,
a joke.
you
I was
show me.
picturing you and Deuce trying to stay up all night. Yeah, I'll show you mine. You show me yours, man.
Sounds-
Let's
sounds like a
jolt
joke.
first. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Fuck's sakes.
I've never.
I
said that.
do. So what is it? What was? Let me see a can of Jolt. Does it have the lightning bolt on?
No, I didn't pull up Jolt. I'm stuck on tab.
There
I'm
it is.
just. Yeah.
Didn't they bring it back for
It's a great
return?
logo,
Yeah.
dude. Great logo.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, man.
You really think so? Look at
badass.
the
It's
classic
simple.
Coca-Cola script and Jolt.
Dude, it's fucking simple.
It's edgy.
It's edgy. Dude, it jumps out to that 11, 12-year-old boy. Like, yeah. All the sugar. What's the tagline? All the sugar and twice the caffeine.
Oh yeah.
What parent wouldn't want to buy that?
right?
All the
so
sugar
it was
and
like
twice the
the
caffeine.
forbidden fruit.
Dude, they went all in, all chips in on fuck you, parents. Go ahead. Balls in
Yes.
your court. Balls
Yep.
in your court. Kid's going to read all the sugar, twice the caffeine, because what parent doesn't want a kid with twice the caffeine in him?
Right.
You know what? On a second glance here,
The lightning bolt through the O.
well,
it's
yes.
fucking beautiful.
I never paid, I didn't pay it this much mind in the past, but the bolt coming through the O, which has now jolted the other letters out of sync,
Yep. It's well
kind of
done.
genius. Do you think the white stripes around the red can
I
take
love
them?
it. I
You
love
do?
it. Yeah.
Because the first one E showed us, the first picture,
Looked lame.
granted it was bottle, not can.
I love that can. That's great. That's like the perfect pop can.
Yeah.
Can that still be? It's a perfect pop
It
can.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
Mountain Dew's not bad,
No,
dude.
no,
No,
that's
I
it.
like Mountain Dew and I like that better.
Yeah. I want
No,
a T-shirt
Surge.
with that on it.
Surge
Yeah.
was awesome.
I want a
No,
Jolt
fuck
Cola
Surge.
T-shirt.
Surge is gayer and
See,
later.
dude, that is just.
That's your time, E. Get your own show and you can brag about Surge.
But that is-
Not on our time.
You and Chubbs can talk
Yeah.
all you want about Surge.
Jay, you're
Next
gonna
time
say,
once we fire Rubbins Racing up again, you can get all, you can jack off
you're
the
gonna say,
Surge
Jay,
all
this-
day.
You're gonna say this isn't a good logo, dude?
No,
dude, it's-
that's horrible.
Are you serious?
It's very 90s.
Very 90s,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
That is fucking
fucking awesome.
white kids skateboarding in the fucking
Exactly.
beach.
Listen to Sum 41 and
You know,
Surprised
Wait
it
Your
doesn't have an
Surge.
X in it.
Yeah, well,
Extreme.
the X was coming.
Yeah.
The X was coming. It was a few years away, but no, this is with pink shades.
Oh, and what a bunch of pussies. Citrus flavored soda with